Oba Femi attacks Brock Lesnar, the Demon returns at Elimination Chamber, Raw has been hit with a massive weather delay, Jacob Fatu's post-surgery update, a beloved wrestler and his mother shot and killed, a wrestler attacks a female fan mid-match, and much, much more. Let's start off with, the Demon returns at Elimination Chamber. WWE has decided to add a massive swerve to their Elimination Chamber plans by introducing a massive crate that can't be opened until the show. So far, both Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis have been confronted with the crate and have opted to send it to the opposite brand. But this weekend, it will finally be opened. While there are lots of theories about it being a person or debut, it is somewhat unlikely since the person would have been in the box for 2 weeks by Elimination Chamber, and mailing humans is illegal. That being said, there are several options. Number 1, Becky Lynch's massive Bexy. Becky Lynch already had the Bexy Awards ahead of Elimination Chamber, but she could have decided to immortalize the moment by awarding herself the biggest one when she defeats AJ Lee. AJ Lee has been a thorn in her side over the past few months, and she has stated that she will retire the former champion in Chicago in front of her own fans this weekend. If Lynch is successful, then it's easy to see her presenting herself with a massive trophy from inside the crate. Number 2, Hulk Hogan / Immortal Moment Hall of Fame Edition. Hulk Hogan's passing last year was a massive loss to the WWE universe, and it's hard to imagine that the company would not want to honor him in some way heading into the WWE Hall of Fame. It could be that Elimination Chamber will mark the beginning of the announcements for the Hall of Fame, and the immortal moment could be Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan from WrestleMania 3, with a statue to symbolize it. The immortal moments made its debut at the WWE Hall of Fame last year, with Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin from WrestleMania 13 being seen as the inaugural edition. Number 3, CM Punk Chicago unveil of 2K26 cover. Elimination Chamber is in Chicago this year, and it's the first time that Punk has walked into the Allstate Arena as world champion in his career. This is a massive deal for the hometown star, and WWE could be backing this up with an unveiling for the champion. It could be announced that there is a special edition Chicago cover for the game with CM Punk on IT, and the cover could be unveiled at Elimination Chamber before the game is released on March 13th. Number 4, the Demon returns at Elimination Chamber. Finn Balor needs to make a change, and that could be the return of his alter ego. He needs to make this World Championship match count, and if he wheels the crate onto the stage at Elimination Chamber ahead of his match, it would be interesting to see if it doesn't include the red light and the costume to allow him to transform. The Demon hasn't been seen for several years, but this could be the time, and Balor really needs to make this match count if he wants to be able to walk into WrestleMania as world champion. Raw has been hit with a massive weather delay. WWE Raw is already stacked for Monday night in Atlanta, but Mother Nature may have other plans. According to Brian Alvarez of Wrestling Observer, there are significant travel issues affecting the show just hours before bell time. Alvarez reported the situation bluntly. Massive weather delays affecting Raw, mostly on production side. That update shifts the conversation dramatically as WWE prepares to air from State Farm Arena on February 23, 2026. While talent travel always becomes a question during major weather events, Alvarez specifically noted that the biggest impact appears to be on the production side, which could mean delays involving crew, equipment, staging, or technical setup. The timing couldn't be more critical. Monday's Raw features a tribute to AJ Styles in his home state of Georgia, plus an advertised appearance by Brock Lesnar. 2 Elimination Chamber qualifying matches are also scheduled. Raquel Rodriguez versus Io Sky versus Kairi Sane, and Bronson Reed versus Jey Uso versus Original El Grande Americano. On top of that, Liv Morgan is set to make her WrestleMania decision, and Maxine Dupree is slated to face Natty in a rematch following their recent double countout. If production is scrambling behind the scenes, that could mean last-minute adjustments to entrances, camera setups, match layouts, or even the overall pacing of the broadcast. At this point, WWE has not officially announced any changes to the lineup, but with weather conditions reportedly causing widespread delays, all eyes will be on Atlanta to see whether the show runs smoothly or if fans notice signs of a rushed setup once Raw goes live. Jacob Fatu's post-surgery update. Jacob Fatu has shared an update after his surgery. The Samoan werewolf was written off TV on October 17, 2025, following a backstage attack. In reality, Jacob needed to undergo extensive dental work, and this was the reason behind his absence from WWE programming. He returned to SmackDown on January 9, 2026, during the undisputed WWE Championship match between Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. He recently appeared in an interview on Busted Open and revealed the details of his surgery. Jacob revealed that during his time off, he decided he needed to regroup in his life. You know, that time I took off, I really needed to regroup in my personal life, mentally and physically. Let's keep it real, he said. The former United States champion then revealed details of his surgery and how it changed things. When I was off, my kids were off it was around the holidays. Got out October, November, December, New Year's. It was being home with them. It was being home on the couch. 11 teeth. I was supposed to get 12 teeth. I got 11 teeth pulled out in the back. So got 11 teeth, he added. He also mentioned that his uncle Rikishi told him how this could be a challenging time. And since he is out of action, not many people will remember him. I remember my uncle Rikishi saying this. When you're home and something, you've been out of sight, out of mind, that phone's going to stop ringing. That phone stopped ringing, he said. He said that being with his family and having his kids see him sitting on the couch all the time made him realize he had to regroup. He then recalled how he was not in the best of shape and recalled what Michael Hayes had told him just before his surgery. Then IF looked at my weight. I looked at my weight. I looked where I was at, and I will never forget Michael Hayes saying this. He said, "Jacob, man, depending on your conditioning, man, depending on where you're going." I remember I came back off a run-in. He looked, "It's not looking too good," he added. Becky Lynch accuses WWE of piping in CM Punk chants. Becky Lynch wasn't done after unloading on AJ Lee, she doubled down. Just moments after her explosive February 22nd post promising to humiliate AJ Lee in Chicago, Lynch took to Twitter again, with an even more shocking accusation. This time, her target wasn't just AJ, it was WWE itself. In a follow-up message, Lynch claimed the company is preparing to artificially boost crowd reactions at Elimination Chamber. Chicago-made? More like Chicago Menace Punk. Conniving moron Punk is probably more accurate. My very reliable sources have informed me that WWE has loud cheers and audience noises ready to be piped in due to the fact that Punk and Absolute Joke actually get no real love from the crowd. I hear some people attending will be paid in merch to go nuts when they come out. Insane. That's not subtle. Lynch is now openly accusing WWE of piping in cheers and crowd noise for CM Punk and AJ Lee in Chicago, and even alleging that fans could be paid in merch to react loudly. Elimination Chamber takes place February 28th at the United Center in Chicago, CM Punk's hometown, and AJ Lee's ties to the city only add fuel to the fire. Lynch is set to defend the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship, but she's clearly trying to control the narrative before she even steps into the building. From promising to retire AJ Lee for good to now accusing WWE of manufacturing reactions, Lynch has turned this rivalry into something far bigger than a title match. Whether this is master-level mind games or pure chaos, one thing is certain. Chicago just became the most unpredictable stop on WWE's road to WrestleMania. Lynch also unloaded on AJ Lee in a post that instantly turned the feud from heated to vicious. Lynch didn't hold back. "I can't wait to humiliate AJ Lee in front of her family and friends next Saturday. She will be so embarrassed that she will retire from wrestling for good." To be honest, nobody wanted her back anyway. That's why she is an absolute joke. Little does she know, Chicago loves me. I will probably get the most cheers and love from the crowd at the United Center, way more than that puny Phil. Chicago is and always will be a big Becky believer town. Chelsea Green shares a touching career update. Chelsea Green broke character today on social media to share a touching career update. The veteran is currently a member of the SmackDown roster and lost the Women's United States Championship to Julia earlier this month. Chelsea Green took to her Instagram today to share that she did motion capture for the Stars 8 years ago for WWE 2K's video game series. The former champion noted that last year she got to do it for her own character, and it was a full circle moment in her career. She shared several behind-the-scenes photos from the game as well. 8+ years ago, I went to at 2KHQ and mocapped some of my favorite WWE superstars. Last year, I went to 2KHQ and mocapped myself. Full circle moment thanks to WWE games, wrote Green. Green is currently out of action with an ankle injury. Tiffany Stratton defeated the Hot Mess and Lash Legend in a triple threat match earlier this month on SmackDown to qualify for the Women's Elimination Chamber match at the PLE next weekend in Chicago. Wrestling icon Rikishi recently suggested that the promotion needed to book Chelsea Green better. Speaking on his Off the Top podcast, the legend stated that Green was a main eventer, but needed the opportunity. He suggested that the former champion needed to be booked like Charlotte Flair to get over. "I feel 100% that Chelsea Green is a main eventer. It's not that Chelsea can't do the work. It's not that Chelsea is not a prime talent. But the thing is, it's how you're writing stuff for this girl. Give her a fair opportunity. Build Chelsea up as much as you would give Charlotte Flair an opportunity. She can't get over by herself if she's having great matches and continues to do jobs for whoever," Fatu said. A beloved wrestler and his mother shot and killed. A beloved wrestler, Lars Luger, and his mother were both killed in a fatal shooting. Reports state that an arrest has been made on suspicion of the shooting as well. A shooting was reported after 10 a.m. on Wednesday at a home in Joanne Circle. Officers proceeded to investigate the report and found 28-year-old well-known Californian wrestler Evan Simons, also known as Lars Luger, and his mother, 67-year-old Lori Simons, dead from multiple gunshot wounds, as reported by ABC 7 News. It should be noted that despite fan confusion, Lars Luger is not related to WWE Hall of Famer Lex Luger. Later, detectives identified a man as the suspect in the case of the shooting of the wrestler and his mother and obtained a warrant for his arrest, with an automated license plate reader notifying them of his vehicle. They later pulled him over on Thursday evening, and he was taken into custody. He has been booked into Santa Rita Jail on suspicion of 2 counts of murder, as per the police. The report also stated that multiple firearms were found both in his vehicle as well as his residence. While the motive remains unclear at the time of this investigation and report, they are being further looked into. A connection has been established, as the suspect had a recent dating relationship with a family member of the 2 victims. The police chief has also released a statement on the situation. This outcome is the result of our detectives working non-stop on this case. We appreciate the patience of our community as we worked through a rapidly evolving investigation, and I'm proud of the work done to keep the community safe, Police Chief Tracy Avalar said in a statement. Further investigations are still underway, and no reports have emerged yet about the arraignment, though it should take some time. A wrestler attacks a female fan mid-match. A video has emerged of a wrestler attacking a female fan in the middle of the match, with former WWE star Andrade involved in the chaos. On February 20th, House of Glory Wrestling held the No Turning Back event at a sold-out NYC arena. The match card saw Andrade take on Hog Heavyweight Champion Charles Mason. After leaving WWE and returning to All Elite Wrestling, the former NXT champion has undergone a character change. He's been depicted as something of a Casanova, someone who casually steps away mid-match to snap photos with women sitting ringside. Thus, he decided to do the same thing during his title match against Charles Mason. As the 36-year-old star was done clicking a selfie with a female fan, the Hog champion took exception to his antics. Charles Mason charged in and hit the woman with a big boot right in the face, leaving fans shocked. This triggered the former WWE United States champion, and he retaliated with a big boot of his own to Mason. He then sent his opponent back into the ring before checking on the female fan. It is likely that the fan was a plant, placed exactly for the spot from Mason. The contest ended in a count-out win for Andrade, meaning Mason retained his heavyweight championship. House of Glory Wrestling's No Turning Back also saw other AEW talent in action, with MJF defending his AEW World title against real-life Anoa'i Bloodline member Zilla Fatu. After MJF retained the championship, Andrade showed up and helped Zilla take him out. Following this, he took to X to greet Zilla and referenced the Usos. He said he did it for Jimmy and Yeet, Jey Uso, before reiterating that his eyes are set on MJF's AEW World Championship. Backstage reaction to Vince McMahon's controversy. Vince McMahon's name could potentially be linked to another controversy. WWE's backstage reaction to this has come to light. Vince McMahon is one of the most controversial figures in professional wrestling. His name has been dragged through the mud in recent years due to the ongoing Janelle Grant lawsuit. This resulted in his unceremonious ouster from World Wrestling Entertainment. Therefore, when the Jeffrey Epstein-related court documents were released, many people expected McMahon's name to be included since the files included many prominent names, as well as some names of professional wrestlers like Ashley Massaro. Even Bruno Sammartino's passing was referenced in the files. However, Vince's name was nowhere to be found. According to a recent report from Fightful Select, Sean Ross Sapp said he has not heard any concerns from WWE about Vince potentially appearing in the Epstein files. He was surprised that McMahon's name had not appeared in the Epstein files since even Bruno Sammartino's passing was referenced. Last year, Vince McMahon was involved in a car crash when his Bentley rammed into the back of a BMW while driving at over 100 miles per hour on Route 15 in Westport, Connecticut. After rear-ending the BMW, McMahon's car crashed into a guardrail, which sent some debris across the other side of the road and hit a Ford Fusion that was driving in the opposite direction. All the cars involved were totaled and had to be towed. Now, The Sun released the police body cam footage, which showed McMahon's car rear-ending another vehicle. When the police officer approached the former WWE chairman, he appeared to be in a dazed state. He even received a misdemeanor summons for reckless driving. Seth Rollins fires shots at Edge, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon. Seth Rollins recently took jabs at Edge, Adam Copeland, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and more. The Visionary is currently absent from in-ring competition. Seth Rollins was last seen on WWE TV on Raw after Crown Jewel 2025. During the show, the Visionary confirmed that he had suffered a shoulder injury during his clash with Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel. Later in the show, Rollins was brutally taken out by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Since then, he has been out of in-ring action. Amid his absence from television, Seth Rollins sat with Shannon Sharpe on a recent edition of the Club Shay Shay podcast. During the conversation, Sharpe asked Rollins to name the GOAT couple in wrestling. The host also gave him some legendary options, including Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, Edge and Beth Phoenix, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, Matt Hardy and Lita, and Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth. The former WWE World Heavyweight Champion acknowledged that it was a great list of wrestlers, but also mentioned that he and his wife were number one. The Visionary also took a shot at all the mentioned names, saying that nobody on this list came close to him and Lynch in terms of accolades. That's a good list right there. I mean, we're number one by a mile. Shout out to Edge and Beth. They're both great in the ring, but they don't have the accolades that myself and my wife have. Becky has won the Rumble before. First woman to main event WrestleMania. And myself, you read the accolades earlier. I mean, there's nobody on that list that's even close, he said. According to a recent report by the Wrestling Observer, Seth Rollins is working hard to get back into the ring ahead of WWE WrestleMania 42. The report also highlighted that his former Vision teammate, Braun Breaker, is also rehabbing hard to return to television ahead of Mania. Oba Femi attacks Brock Lesnar. After a thunderous showing in the men's Royal Rumble match, Brock Lesnar will return to tonight's episode of WWE Raw. The Beast Incarnate's comeback may kick off his WrestleMania feud or lead to his inclusion in the upcoming Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. With Lesnar making his presence felt, superstars are likely to confront him, and many could launch an attack to make a statement. Let's see WWE stars who can assault the Beast on the red brand. Since retiring AJ Styles in the Royal Rumble 2026 PLE, Gunther has dominated the landscape of Monday Night Raw. During this, he engaged in a feud with Dragon Lee, which cost him the men's Elimination Chamber qualifying match. To make a statement to the Raw roster, the Ring General might confront Brock Lesnar and attack him. Destroying a veteran like Lesnar would prove his dominance and give Gunther massive momentum on the road to WrestleMania 42. There were already early speculations about a match between Gunther and Lesnar, so this could plant a seed for their dream showdown. Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar were seen in a heated altercation during the men's Royal Rumble match. The Nigerian star gave the mayor of Suplex City a tough fight, but Lesnar eventually eliminated him from the bout. Currently, Femi is a free agent and appears on both the red and blue brands. Seeking vengeance for the men's traditional Rumble match, Oba could confront and attack Brock on tonight's show. Femi and Lesnar's match is also speculated about by the WWE Universe after their confrontation at the 2026 Royal Rumble. If Triple H has plans to execute this feud, it may start with this attack angle. LA Knight is the final name on the list. The megastar is embroiled in a feud with the Vision and continues to attack them on Monday Night Raw. Even the former WWE United States Champion overpowered the villainous faction and qualified for the men's Elimination Chamber match. To deal with this issue, Paul Heyman might have brought Brock Lesnar to the red brand. If the Beast Incarnate officially joins the Vision, Knight may not hesitate to attack him on the show. Even though there were reports that WWE is planning a potential WrestleMania match between Knight and Lesnar, if it's true, it may start on Raw before Elimination Chamber.